What's happening? Yo, can somebody tell me how? Wait, hold on. Before I start talking to them, I am Joseph R. Wheeler III, artist, founder, president of the ONYXCON Foundation. Welcome to another live here on the ONYXCON Network. Give yourselves a hand for being in the place to be for multi-niche content, many, multi-discipline, multi-dimensional content for the masses. You know what I'm saying? We're giving it to y'all. We're doing what we do 24/7, all day, every day. You heard? So, yo, I was going to say, how in the world, I tell you, my area, my zone, my city and its surrounding, the county it sits in, Fulton, and all the surrounding counties that make up the metro ATL area, metro Atlanta, which I say is like the spirit of Atlanta because the whole metro is ATL. I said all of the metro is ATL. Please believe it. The world's busiest airport that does not sit in the city. Our water supply for the city, Lake Lanier, all the other reservoirs that give water and life. Okay, so it ain't just about the city, all right? But I'm saying the weather in this area, it is absolutely incredible. How does one explain? You see this blue sky behind me, you see this sun, and yes, there's a nice little breeze. Like, let me see. Show something, I just want to show something. Okay, I'm gonna show how these little flags here are blowing in the wind so you can get an idea of what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So there's a breeze for sure. It's cool, but it's that warm sun with that cool breeze that's blowing that makes you like perfect spring day again. But just yesterday, you would have wondered if another blizzard was about to happen. When I tell you gray skies, a cloud blanket, no sun except for what was being filtered through, and it was so freaking cold. It said, I think it said 48 feels like 37. Hell, I'll say it felt like 33, depending on where you were standing and how that wind was blowing. Because I was in this one parking lot, I got out and it was like, I was like, God, you know what I'm saying? Had to put the hood on, had to get the double, triple layers, my thickest utility style hoodie, my fluorescent hoodie I wear when I do my courier work gig stuff. You know what I'm saying? Had that on. You can go back and watch it. It's from yesterday. I made myself laugh in that one yesterday. It's pretty entertaining. You should watch that one. I was giving metaphor, telling stories about being a comic book creator, which in essence is what led to all of ONYXCON. Because I'm a comic book, I grew up on comic books and I'm a fan of all that forever and a day. And I created a book. And my first book ever, when I was promoting it, I told a story about being at Greenbrier Mall in Atlanta, trying to sell it at Meadow Books, and the different levels of reception I got, you know, people's responses to it. Some people loving it, some people curious, some people walk right by you. Some people say they're gonna buy it, but they don't buy it, but they want to talk to you about everything. And like, and I was saying, those are the kind of people who come to your channel. I was making the parallels to how the energy of when you're trying to sell something in person is a lot like being on social media. You got people who will come talk to you, want to meet you, want to know you, want to hear everything you got to say, listen to all your shows, and will not subscribe. Will not subscribe. And I'm laughing, not, you know, it's not funny, but it becomes so ridiculous that you almost have to laugh, because when you look at the numbers, and I did another video before that live yesterday, the evening before, where I was breaking down the true numbers, showing y'all on YouTube Studio, which is what all YouTubers use to see your numbers and where you are and how your growth is happening. And you'll see the thumbnail with my picture and it says growth, you know, the real numbers. And I break it down up in there. I talk about how does it make any sense that in the history of a channel like ours, and it's not uncommon what we're going through, A lot of folks say this is what they went through before they had that 1 or 2 videos that went viral. And it brings all this love to your channel. You start getting your followers, you get your monetization, etc. And it's like playing the lottery. You just got to keep going. So I never lose sight of the dream. It's got to happen. I don't even say it's going to happen. It's got to happen. Is my attitude. It's predestined. It's meant to be. It's too much good karma been put out for it not to come back in this of so many other ways, and in my experience and things that I'm building for the betterment of all, you know. And it's that good energy that's gonna make it successful. It's gonna be all right. But and then I made a joke about, I talked about folks who will support you and they will subscribe, but then they won't watch nothing. I said, that's the equivalent of the person who, you know, they'll buy your comic book, but they won't read it. They'll subscribe to the channel, but they won't watch no content. Or they'll look at it like somebody would look at the comic book, flip through it, but not actually read it. You're like, that's pretty cool. And then just put it away. Not really read it, not even try to read it. I can understand if you tried to read it and you just didn't like the way it flowed or whatever, because I do that. That happens, you know. I don't like this writing. This writing ain't for me. They doing this for little teeny boppers. This is a little too goofy, but I love the art. So I'm still happy I bought it. I still got it in my collection. I'm still proud to have it. You know, the artwork, the illustrations are amazing. I got a lot of books. Matter of fact, shit, I say 70% of my whole comic book collection is like that. 30% is a bunch of stuff that the writing wasn't what got me. And then there's that classic package where it's like, man, the writing was incredible, the illustrations are incredible, the layouts, the editor, like everybody, the whole staff just needs an applause. This is amazing. And that's what we give you if you're paying attention. If you really dig into the library of what ONYXCON is. And the library is in our playlist. That's where the content library is. That's where the selections are for the elements. Yeah. I see one steady looking. Who's up in here? Okay, and then they go as soon as you talk about them. Like I say, see, there they go. That's them fair weather friends, if friends at all. They ain't real. They ain't real. The real ones, they stick around. They want to see. They want to hear. They want to know. They want to learn. They want to be edutained. Education and entertainment. That's what we do. So, like I said, the weather went from summertime 2 days ago. Literally, it was 80 degrees to 40, 30-ish degrees to back to spring. So we done had 3 of the seasons in 3 days, straight up, literally. I mean, I literally, not exaggerating worth a damn. Anybody you know from Atlanta, holler at them and check my facts, and they're gonna be like, oh, he ain't tell nothing but the truth. I'm talking about, it was warm enough that at 6:30 in the evening, I was finishing my walk on that day, and I thought, okay, I might need to put on my little light jacket. I didn't put on my jacket till I was 15 minutes back. 90% of that walk, I was walking around with just 1 t-shirt, not even 2. It was a thick t-shirt, wasn't thin, but still, it was that hot. It wasn't hot, it was just warm, it was just perfect. It was just perfect. Then, next day, blizzard weather without the snow, but it was cold as I don't know what yesterday. And today, welcome back to spring. Summer, winter, then spring. How do you explain that? In 3 days straight. Crazy. But it is what it is. So as we speak about variety and dealing with what it is for what it is, you know, I got some new content I'm about to do. I'm always in the lab. Always in the lab, mixing the chemicals, so to speak, of what's gonna be the next formula for success here and things that are gonna be really cool to people. And I see, without any doubt, that when I do my ONYXCON style content, fashion style, and also places and spaces, you know what I mean? Because all of that style too, environments, you know, interior design, objects, you know, things you have for decor, all of that, right? when I do that type of stuff, there is an audience. Just like there is an audience for our outdoor content. People love it when I get fishing, and it's that time of year now. You know, anglers be on it because we all in the same headspace. If you live in the U.S. especially, yo, it's spring, man. This is it. This is the time. This time you get back out there for real, for real. This is the best of the year almost. Then summer when it get almost too hot, but it's still good, but it's that heat. Look at that, I'm even sweating underneath this hat. Good God, that's crazy. I couldn't have sweated if I wanted to yesterday. It's crazy, it's crazy. Cray. For real. I really almost don't even need this hat, to be honest. It feels that good out here, and I just shaved my head. You know what I'm saying? I just waxed up the baldy. And it feels just that good. I'm gonna go ahead and let that sun ray go in here. Go and get them sun rays, get that vitamin D up in here. Why not, right? But I was gonna say, when I did the, I was talking about fishing and everything. When I do the fishing videos, yeah, people be responding. I did this one, I caught one crappie in a video. It was one of the videos where I didn't have a lot of catches that day. Messed around and caught one small shell cracker and one crappie. It got hundreds of views. People love it. So it's a win, you know? Gaming content, it goes up, down, and all around. I never know which one gonna be the next one. I had a video, I'll never forget this video that went over 2,000 views of kind of doing an ONYXCON style fashion show within an episode of Bustin' Pixels where I was playing Cyberpunk 2077. And people just really loved the outfits. Because what I had on the cover of the thumbnail was a row of my character in some of his best fits. People love that. I repeated the formula, did it with another video, same kind of looking thumbnail, different outfits, but same lining up my character. And it didn't get nearly as much love. You just never know. You can, and I use the same hashtags and everything. It don't matter, man. You just gotta just keep going. You can't, it ain't no rhyme or reason to this social media stuff. I don't care what nobody say about all these videos you watch with all these folk who done got monetized. Some things are true across the board. Like, yes, you do need to use hashtags. They do help. I am not gonna say that. Definitely use hashtags. Put them in your title. I started doing that and I noticed the difference. But it's not guaranteed. I put it in all my titles. I've always put hashtags. Don't matter. Some people say you put too many for the way I do it probably. But when I put less, I don't get as much love. So I'm like, man, they give you a character count. As long as you ain't over the character count, do that shit. Do it. Watch it work. I'm telling you, it's either gonna work or it ain't gonna work. But if it works, it's gonna work well. That's what I've come to find about all this on social media. People be talking about all these little formulas. I done watched so many YouTube gurus talking their stuff. And everybody almost saying the same thing in different ways. But they all got some button that they all push that the other one don't push and say, if you're not doing this, you're never gonna get monetized. If you're not doing this, I don't wanna hear all that. That's bullshit. I don't wanna hear it. It's not true. The truth is, if you stop doing you, you're not gonna get paid. You gotta do you, because people are gonna love you for you. And that's what I know. Real ones gonna stick around because they like your energy and they gonna watch your stuff. They not gonna be the flaky person that don't watch, that just subscribes but don't watch nothing. They gonna watch. And they gonna share. Because that's what we do. And naturally, when you got a good conscience about you, you don't keep stuff to yourself if it's really cool. You share it with other people. You're like, man, you have got to watch this challenge. It's so cool. Blah, 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 blah. And then you start getting more people. You get your cult following. You get your people who really understand where you're coming from and what you're trying to do. And they're going to support. And that's what time it is. That's what time it is. So, right now I'm getting this ONYXCON fitness while I'm talking to y'all. Because I got an order I got to pick up doing some courier stuff. I said, every time I get a chance to go live, I go live. In prime hours when people might be at lunch or about to get off work or it's like, what is it, about to be 4 o'clock? Yep. It's a good time. This is like they get in the car, they sit in traffic, they want to watch YouTube. By the time I post this, they got a new video to watch. Boom. That's a little tip for all my YouTubers trying to figure it out. And if that don't work for your schedule, then it don't. But for the ones it does, that's why I said it. See, I'm gonna be real with you. I ain't gonna go like, yeah, you've got to do this. All that exaggerated conversation and acting all goofy and stuff. Man, I ain't gotta do all that. You know, and we all get caught up in it. We all start thinking, damn, do I need to talk like a robot? Do I need to get an AI voice? Do I need to start talking like, oh, that bird right there, that's so cool. Oh man, you flew before I could get you on camera. That was really cool, man. We was having a moment. They would have wanted to see you. You loud too. Yeah, a little ring neck. Like a little brown bird, little stick black legs. He was mostly brown, had a little bit of black and white. And around his neck he had this band of white. Like it literally looked like a collar, a little clean collar on his neck, but it's his natural feathers. Very beautiful. But yeah. If I see him land, because there might be another one out here. If I see that bird land again and I can get him on camera, I will show y'all what I was talking about. But you know, it's all about the moments, y'all. It's all about the moments. That's where the content comes from. Stuff like that right there, just now. Them little golden moments. Nobody else was gonna see it but you. If you can grab your camera fast enough, it's meant to be. Like the top video of all the content I've done, all the serious fun stuff, all the educational stuff, all the music, all the interviews, all the everything so far, because we haven't gotten to that point yet where it's tears to any channel. It's like I say, you know, you start off with just trying to get hundreds of views, you know, and then you start getting thousands of views. We're at the thousands, but it's not common yet to have tens of thousands of views per video. But I do have a couple of shorts that have hit tens of thousands, and even a couple of videos that have hit over 10,000. But particularly with shorts, the #1 video, I'm talking about shorts, live, anything, nothing has touched this thing. It's so crazy. It's Rich Squirrel crossing the street. And it makes me laugh every time I think about it, because a lot of people don't know the history of YouTube. But when YouTube started, with the founder of YouTube, the first video to ever go viral and get, I think, over 1 million views was a video of somebody just taping, I think it was an elephant at a zoo. So the power of our connection to the rest of nature is so golden. It defies all urban, cityfied, all this human stuff. I mean, mind you, the animal was in captivity in the zoo, but I'm saying, the bottom line is people most likely watch that to see that animal. They didn't care how they get to see it. They just want to see it, you know? And this is on an institution that was built off of another thing that people don't realize about the history of YouTube. YouTube started, or got most popular first, with gamers. So gaming content, so it's no surprise to me that when my gaming content, every now and then it pops, because we're not just a gaming channel. We are a gaming channel, but we're not just a gaming channel. Like I say, we multi-niche. We cover like 10, 12 different topics on purpose. So we know we're going against the grain, but I always say I'm a pioneer of the next wave of content, because my format is where everybody else is going to start going. I see it already. When I go to people's channel now, nobody has one topic anymore, if they're doing well. And I notice even folks who do mostly one thing, they still say 3 other things or 2 other things. For example, Arlette Amuni, I may be pronouncing that last name wrong, who does the original, the most classy Pop the Balloon or Find Love with her and her husband. Her husband produces it. They just got, you know, they done hit millions. Almost every video they put out hits millions. They're close to, if not about to hit 1 million for the whole, you know, numbers of followers. And it's mostly known for Pop the Balloon or Find Love. She also has the Catching Up with People reunion shows, still related to that show. And she does a fashion thing where people show off their best outfits and stuff. So she says at the top of the channel for the banner it says fashion, lifestyle, and something else. But it's funny to me that it says fashion. It's not funny. It makes sense. It's a very fashionable show. Everybody's always dressed in their whatever they consider their best. And that gives you an array of variety of folks styling and profile. Sometimes I watch it just to see what people wearing, even if I don't like it. I just want to see what they rocking, And between the ladies and the gents, you get a whole fashion show just within the dating show. So she is doing exactly what she's saying, but if somebody goes there thinking, oh, this got to be like GQ or freaking Vogue or something, no, but you still get some of that element. So she ain't cheating. She's not deceiving the audience. She's doing exactly what she says she's doing. But it's not the only thing. It's not the only reason you come there. It's not the only purpose of the channel. And the channel is multi-niche. So this is what I mean when I say multi-niche. All this pick one niche bullshit that they've been pushing for years is only because I keep saying, and I can't wait for this to be true. Because I'm telling you, when it becomes common conversation, I am going to be yelling on the mountain. I said it first. I said it first. You're not going to take my clout. You're not going to take it. I'm going to give myself my, you know what I'm saying? Because I know how this goes. The algorithm for all of these companies is just technology that's constantly being updated by human beings that's trying to figure it out with the computer once they've designed the computer to think a certain way. And then they have to reprogram the computer to think another way. And then they got to have board meetings with all these executives and everybody to convince them that, yes, if you allow us to start promoting multi-niche channels, you don't have to worry about just putting a car ad, for example, on just a channel that's about automotive. That's goofy as hell anyway. Most people who drive cars are not mechanics. They just have a car. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't have to be a bunch of grease monkeys that follow the damn channel. It don't have to be a bunch of folk who stay on their hood with greasy fingers and always, it don't have to be them. Yeah, they got their own, that's a whole nother level. It's like levels to the fandom of any particular topic. But the person who's gonna buy a car, who's in the market for considering a car, more than likely they're not mechanics or people who give a damn about technological things involved in keeping a car moving and in its best working and looking capability. They don't care about it. They just want it to work and look good, period. Some of them don't even care if it look good, but for that part of it is where I step in, because I'm all about the looks of the car. I'm all about the design. I could care less about how fast it really can go. I mean, it's fun to watch when you see a car going fast and all that, and somebody knows how to control it and do speed racing. It's impressive, but that's not my deepest interest in automotives or any moving vehicle. When I think of boats and everything, first thing I think of, you say boat, I'm thinking, okay, how many areas of fishing possibilities can I cover? How many places can I travel to? If I got a mini yacht, like, okay, how comfortable is it to sleep in, wake up and go fishing in and eat in with a beautiful woman by my side the whole ride? That's all I care. That's what I'm listening for. That's what you start understanding about markets and how we can all be successful together. So think about that, because I want y'all to start understanding if you have a business. I've been saying this is nothing new. I've been saying this for years. And people slowly but surely wake up. We can help promote whatever it is you're doing. If you got a merch, we do unboxing videos, okay? Yes, send us some good freebie stuff for me to show off. As you can see, I'm a stylish guy. I love to wear flying gear. So if you got a dope brand with something that we can get behind, respect and all that, hey, I'm a walking billboard for it. I love it. If you want to promote your store, send us some stuff, whatever it is, but make sure you do a nice introductory email. Be professional. Don't act like it's, nonchalant and say whatever, do whatever, and say a few words and act like it's supposed to just open up all the doors. We got a lot of young folk who do not know how to write a cover letter. I need to do a whole episode about that, just to teach y'all how to do cover letters and stuff, because a lot of that, unfortunately, has died. People don't even know that's required. It's not optional. There's a way to introduce yourself people and get the results you're looking for in business. And I'm living proof because I ran an event, and I still run an organization named ONYXCON, but when we were an event two, but mostly that back when that was happening. I wrote so many emails, it make most people dizzy. They couldn't keep up with it. And you gotta learn how to, have such a good starter email, introductory email. You can copy and paste the basics and just keep really refilling the names and places for whoever it is you're trying to pitch an idea to. So I'm gonna leave that on y'all for a minute, especially my young folks. If anybody's interested in videos about that, I'll make it part of our series we call The Business. And I'll do that for y'all, but you gotta let me know there's an interest. I ain't about to do it if it's, I might still do it if I wanna do it, but I got so many other videos that I know I gotta do that are more entertainment based, but still educational. And I'm gonna get to those probably faster than I'll get to even what I'm talking about with that. But if you wanna know, if all that would help you, if you want some wisdom from Silver Fox here, I got you. Let me know. Holla, y'all. Subscribe!